Now, as I've said before, it's always better to jump off the ship before it sinks. Hi, me again, and I got a headline here which I quite enjoyed reading. Have a look. Angry and demoralised, BBC staff fury at financial cuts after Dorries licence fee warning. So staff at the BBC are angry at cuts being made because they can't afford to keep them and stuff like that. And they're blaming Nadine Dorries for this. Don't blame Nadine Dorries, blame the captain of the ship up there, Tim Davie. Because the BBC licence fee brings in well over 3.2 billion quid a year. And he can't keep his ship afloat on that amount of money. Countries operate on less money than that. How is he struggling? So if you didn't know, BBC News is merging into just one thing. There's going to be one rolling news thing for the BBC. And it's going to be broadcast a bit from London and a bit from Washington DC and a bit from Singapore. It's going all around the world. And the reason they're doing that is so it can be sold all around the world and displayed in hotel rooms and on other countries' broadcast TV networks, right? And they can show ads in it that way. They can show ads in it. And we're going to get, in the UK, the same news that the world would get from the BBC. World news, when it's called the British Broadcasting Corporation. How's that work? And what would be ad breaks everywhere else aren't going to be ad breaks in the UK. There'll just be plinky-plonky music with the weather or whatever filling that 3.5-minute gap. And they're angry about it. They're angry about it, and rightly so, because there's only a couple of defences the BBC had for the licence fee, right? And one of them was news. Oh, we do the best news in the world. Well, not anymore, you don't. You're killing it yourself. And it's not Nadine Dorries' fault you're doing this. This has come from the top. It's got nothing to do with Nadine Dorries. The BBC get 3.2 billion quid a year. You're telling me they can't run a news channel? They're operating, they reckon, at a 280 odd million pound a year deficit. How? How? Where is the money being spent? I got no idea. What will be lost are stories from the UK that would never make an item on World News. They also revealed a representative was not put forward to publicly answer questions about the BBC's decision to close down Radio 4 Extra. Well, if you ask me, they've got too many of these radio stations. They don't need them. And radio was the other defence I mentioned earlier for the TV licence fee. They said, you're not going to get local radio or radio like we make it. No one's listening to BBC Radio anymore. People are leaving in their droves. There was numbers out last week saying how many people are switching away from BBC and going to commercial stations. People don't mind ads if the quality of the broadcasting and music is there. Why do you need Radio 4 and Radio 4 Extra? I don't understand it. It seems like a waste of money. But that is the BBC all over, isn't it? The BBC is just a total waste of money. How are they getting through over 3.2 billion quid a year and still coming up with a 280 odd million a year black hole in their finances? It doesn't make any sense. And it comes from the top. If the person at the top can't manage the corporation on that amount of money, there's a possibility that he might not be the correct person for that job. Do you not think? Around 70 BBC staff from across all areas in the UK will lose their jobs as a result of the merger of both channels, and around 20 jobs will be created in Washington. Yeah, and they're not all low-level little jobs either. There are quite a few presenters that are having to find other work now. I'm sure they'll be replaced in the BBC somewhere. They'll find something for them to do at the BBC, I'm sure. But I said this a while ago. I made a video months ago now about this. And not about the BBC News, but about if you work at the BBC, jump ship now. Because this is only going to get worse. You know, and if it does get a lot worse and huge numbers of staff are leaving the BBC at one time, there's only so many placements for them in the UK. And then you'll be fighting for jobs. If you jump now, before the exodus happens at the BBC, you stand a chance of getting another position elsewhere. Look at Dan Walker. Left BBC Breakfast, is now a fully fledged Channel 5 leading celebrity anchor. You know, that could be you too if you work at the BBC. Jump ship before it's too late. Because if the ship goes down and everyone's trying to get into a lifeboat, your odds have slimmed down of getting in there, haven't they? The other thing is, with that headline, the BBC staff are angry and demoralised. Well, that's pretty much everyone in the UK who's being forced to pay 159 quid a year under duress to fund your lifestyle. People don't want to pay that at the minute. Everything is so expensive. I cannot believe the cost of stuff at the minute. And you still want people to pay 159 quid a year to keep your ship afloat when you could go commercial. You could start charging direct subscriptions and let the people who don't want to pay it be alone. You know, it is an opt-out system and you don't have to pay, you can opt out. But if you choose to opt out, you get all those horrible letters, you get bullies knocking on your door demanding money with menaces. It's not a fair system. So if anyone is angry and demoralised, it's the British people for having to pay that fee every year, not the BBC staff who are riding the gravy train. But yeah, that's enough of a rant from me, I think. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. And if you haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button, because that way, hopefully, I'll see you in another video again soon, won't I? Ta-da.